Welcome to my channel, where we discuss all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election. And as I keep saying in this channel, the presidential election is the most important of all the elections because the president wields enormous powers that could be used for good and for the benefit of all Nigerians. I want us to look at the issue of manifestos of political parties. Ordinarily, manifestos are the contract between the political parties, their candidates, and the people of Nigeria. Manifestos are important documents that are used to judge the performance of every government in power. That is why I want to talk about manifestos, because the political parties are unveiling their manifestos with fanfare. Is it really what or the brouhaha about the manifestos? Because I want to prove to you that the manifestos of the ruling All Progressive Congress and the People's Democratic Party are useless. They are not even worth the paper they are written on. I'm using them as a yardstick to show you how useless their manifestos are and why nobody should be carried away by their manifestos. And I'm using them as an example because these two parties have ruled this country, Nigeria, for the past 24 years or thereabout. So we have enough information to judge them and their manifestos. So don't get involved or carried away by their manifestos. So we're going to look at the issue of manifestos, especially of the two political parties, APC and PDP, to show you that if that is what is going to drive you to vote for any of these two parties, you have just wasted your vote, or you're about to waste your vote, because these two parties are liars when it comes to manifestos and implementations of what is in their manifestos. And after you listen to this, I will put the link to their manifestos, especially their manifesto, the manifesto of the People's Democratic Party in 1999, and the manifesto of the All Progressive Congress in 2015, so that you judge whether it's worth your time and effort to trust them because they have manifesto. Okay? Now, ahead of the 2023 general election, recently President Muhammadu Buhari unveiled the APC manifesto, which was actually a document almost single-handedly prepared by Bola Tinubu and his people. And as Dele Momodu has yet recently observed, it was a copy and paste from the manifesto of late Chief MKO Abiola in 1993. You know, Abiola's manifesto in 1993 was Hope 93. So they just went and removed and add some things and made it appear as if it's an original document. But that's not even the case. What we are bothered about here, it is about their antecedent in upholding their manifesto. The manifesto that Bola Tinubu prepared for APC is known as Renewed Hope 2023, Action Plan for a Better Nigeria. According to them, this will focus on national security, economy, agriculture, power, oil and gas, transportation, and education, among others. Similarly, the People's Democratic Party, through its presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, they have also unveiled their own manifesto. They call it Covenant with Nigeria. In fact, if you go and look at their 1999 manifesto, it was also a covenant with Nigeria. And later we're going to look at whether they kept to this covenant with Nigeria. So Atiku Abubakar promised under this covenant with Nigeria that he's going to pretend over in Nigeria where the GDP will be raised to, say, it will increase Nigeria's GDP per capita to $5,000 by 2030. That's the target. And it creates 3 million new jobs and lifting 10 million Nigerian poor, 3 million 10 million poor Nigerians is going to lift 10 million poor Nigerians out of poverty every year. So that's what Atiku Abubakar is promising in his own manifesto, among other things. He said that the GDP per capita is going to raise it to $5,000 by 2030, create 3 million new jobs, lifting 10 million all Nigerians out of poverty every year. So that's basically a summary of what he has planned for Nigeria. Now, before I go forward further to tell you about how they fared in their previous manifestos, if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, I want to look at the manifesto of All Progressive Congress in 2015. I want to start with them because they are already the government in power, and people may be tempted to support them because they are the government in power based on their manifesto. So we have to look at their manifesto first before going back to 8 years ago, to more than 20 years ago, to look at that of the PDP in 1999. Now, these promises of APC, or Progressive Congress, in 2015, these were were collected from the APC policy document and manifesto, Buhari's 100 days covenant speeches at campaign rallies and town hall meetings nationwide. So these are the promises that APC made in 2015. So if they have fulfilled all these promises, then you can believe them that they will fulfill the one they are making in 2023. Okay? Because it was Albert Einstein that said that doing the same thing every time and expecting a new result, a different result, is insanity. So we're going to look at what APC promised in 2015 now. Now, this is what APC promised Nigerians. APC promised public declaration of assets and liabilities. Public declaration of assets and liabilities. So when they were campaigning, APC said that they will declare their assets publicly. So ask yourself, has President Muhammadu Buhari and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo declared their assets publicly? Of course, no, they didn't. The only president who has ever declared his asset publicly without even promising for it was late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. So APC failed woefully on that, and they are not. They don't even mention it again as part of the promises they made to Nigerians, because the assets and liabilities of President Muhammadu Buhari, who is the arrowhead of the APC as the leader of the party, is not known to Nigerians. He hasn't made it public. It's the same thing with the vice president, the same thing with the APC governors, and what have you. APC said that they are going to ensure state police and community policing. They have not been able to deliver on this promise. Everybody's still dancing around state policing. So they have failed on that score. Another promise of APC is that there will be a ban on all government officials from seeking medical care abroad. Well, Buhari himself is the chief violator of this promise because he visits United Kingdom almost monthly in search of medical help. Another thing they say that they will do that they have not done, implementation of the national gender policy, including 35% of the appointive position for women. They have failed woefully on that. In fact, even PDP, without promising something like that, did better than them. They say that they are going to revive Ajukuta Steel Company. 8 years down the line, they have failed woefully in reviving Ajukuta Steel Company. APC said that they are going to they are going to get involved in generation, transmission, and distribution of at least 20,000 megawatts of electricity within 4 years. This is 8 years. They have not even been able to generate 8,000 megawatts or even 5,000 megawatts. And increasing to 50,000 megawatts with a view to achieving 24/7 uninterrupted power supply within 10 years. Well, they are already in 8 years. They could not even generate 2,000, 5,000 or 6,000 sustainable megawatt. So where are they going to get the 50,000 megawatts to deliver in 10 years? They have only 2 years is remaining. So they have failed woefully in the area of power. They say that they are going to introduce empowerment scheme to employ 740,000 graduates across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. They have failed woefully on that. They say that they are going to establish free tuition fee and scholarship schemes for pupils who have shown exceptional aptitude in science subjects at O levels to study ICT related courses. They have not delivered on that promise. They say that they are going to generate 720,000 jobs by the 36 states in the Federation per annum, 20,000 per state. They have failed on that. They say they will be creating 3 million jobs per year. They have failed woefully on that. Right now, Nigeria is having the highest unemployment rate in the world, over 33%, unprecedented. Not even in a war situation have people seen this kind of unemployment, this rate of unemployment. They say that they are going to eradicate state of origin from being included in public funds. So we are going to ensure the eradication of state of origin, replacing that with state of residence to ensure Nigerians are Nigerians first before anything else. These are among some of the promises that the APC made in their manifesto in 2015. They didn't accomplish any of them. I will put the link under this video so that you go and study it because there is so many, but there's virtually nothing that they fulfill in their manifesto. What I'm bringing is to you is for you not to get carried away that there is anything APC will do differently if they have to be given another chance to run this country from 2022. They are unreliable, they are liars, and they are not even ashamed of their lies. So don't get carried away by their new manifesto. Okay? Now, let us look at the manifesto of the People's Democratic Party in 1999, which they call also their covenant with Nigeria. One of their covenant with Nigeria was that they are seeking political power for the purpose of protecting the territorial integrity of Nigeria. But under their leadership, the territorial integrity of Nigeria was violated because it was under their leadership that Nigeria lost Bakassi to Cameroon. So PDP failed woefully in that area of protecting the territorial integrity of Nigeria. They said they are going to give Nigeria free and compulsory basic education. They didn't give it Nigeria. It's total a failed promise by the PDP. They said that they are going to allocate a minimum of 15% of federal budget to education. It is a lie. They have not. In fact, if they have been able to do this, the problem of us would have been eradicated from the PDP times. Okay? So that's why you shouldn't believe what the PDP, the so-called covenant they have with Nigerians in 2023, because they are not going to keep it. They say that they are going to ensure universal access to basic education. They say they are going to ensure free medical service for pregnant women. They say they are going to expand poverty reduction measures. If they have done it, I don't think that Nigeria will be the poverty capital of the world today. They say they are going to provide, reactivate, rehabilitate, and maintain infrastructure. They have failed woefully on that. They didn't do any of this. They say they are going to create wealth and generate employment. You and I know that PDP didn't create or generate any employment. They say they are going to stem rural-urban migration through improved access to local economic opportunities. Rural-urban migration is still very high because the rural areas were neglected under PDP and the negligence continues under APC. So this is another failure. You say through states and local governments that they are going to improve water supply in our communities. These are people under their leadership. Government reserve areas in the urban centers don't even have pipe-borne water. That many of the houses rely on boreholes by individuals. If they cannot give pipe-borne water to government reserved areas in the urban centers, it shows you how woefully they perform in their manifesto. They are going to supply water to communities in rural areas across Nigeria. And the most funny aspect of it, PDP said that they are going to ensure 100% power supply to Nigerians by 2011. We are now in 2022 going to 2023. Power supply, which was one of the legacies of PDP. Poor power supply is one of their legacies. After Nigeria spent over $16 billion investment in power under PDP, we got darkness as the result of that investment. So which brings me to the crux of the matter. Do not believe the APC and the PDP based on their manifesto. Their manifesto is useless. These people, if they greet you, good morning, look at your watch first to find out whether it is morning time. Because when the chiefs are down, they will tell you that they didn't promise you nothing. And there's nothing you're going to do about it. But then they're already in power. So what we're going to do is listen to Mr. Peterobi. His manifesto, as you're listening to this, his manifesto may be out as you are listening to this, or about to listen to, or after you have listened to this. But one thing I want to tell you is that it is not about manifesto. It is the person that has, and the party that has integrity, the party you can trust, the party that has the commitment to deliver, the party that will not steal your money. That is what should be of interest to every Nigerian. So forget about the fine promises APC has made now in 2023. Ask them, what did they fulfill in the promises they made in 2015 and in 2019? When the PDP dust up their manifesto, which they call their covenant with Nigerians, ask them what they did with the power that was given to them for 60 years. Do not buy into their manifesto. These are people that are so unreliable that you should not trust the future of the country into their hands. Do not believe what they tell you. Look at their results. Look at their results. What have they fulfilled in the promises they made before? For 24 years, these men and women were in charge of this country, and they made you promises before they came in. Look at their record. And if you look at their record objectively, and I put the record down under this video, you will see that they didn't fulfill anything in their promise. Therefore, reject them and their manifestos. The only thing you need to do now is to look at the candidates that you can trust, the candidate that will not steal Nigeria's money, the candidate that will put the resources of Nigeria to good use, the candidate that has the commitment to deliver. And that candidate is Mr. Peterobi. He will not con you like the rest of them. He will be fair to you. He will fulfill his promise. Because already you have seen his approach to politics. He is the only candidate who have come to understand that what is happening now is that himself, Atiku Abubakar and Bola Tinubu, are employees seeking for employment from Nigeria. They are like applicants. Only P2B understand that perspective. That is why I keep on telling you that he wants to serve. He's searching for job for you. He wants to work for you. So when you see him, he wants to be your servant. He's talking about servant leadership. He wants to listen to you. But when you listen to Bola Tinubu and Atiku, they are presenting themselves as imperial leaders. They are presenting themselves as the masters, as if they are doing you a favor. They are not doing you a favor. They are seeking to serve you. And if you look at the three of them, P2B is the one that didn't have to spend dollars at the party's presidential primaries in order to be elected the presidential candidate. Because how can you say you want to serve people and you bribe to serve? Has he ever occurred to you to reason like that? You want to employ somebody to come and work for you, and the person is giving you a bribe to employ him. Of course, we know that it means that he is coming there not for your own good, but for his own good and for his personal gain. It is no different from Nigerians who pay 400,000 naira, 1 million naira to be employed in the custom, to be employed in the police, to be employed in the army, or what have you. When you have people who are employed in security services because they pay money, then the job becomes their market. They are not there for you. They have turned custom into a money-making venture for their personal aggrandizement. And it is, why is it so? Because they paid money. The people that are manning the customs, many of them are not employed based on their educational qualification, not based on their competence, based on their abilities, but based on the fact that they were able to pay money. They were able to raise 1 million, 2 million. And it is common in many parts of many strategic agencies and commissioners of Nigeria. People pay money to get employed. In that case, they are there to serve their personal interests. That is the same thing with any presidential candidate who pays dollars to delegates in order to emerge as presidential candidate and then go about on election day to buy votes. He is no different. Any presidential candidate that does that is no different from those who buy jobs in the ministries, parastatals, paramilitary organizations, and what have you in Nigeria. Do not trust them that they are going to work for your interests. They are coming for self-aggrandizement. The treasury of the country will not be safe for anyone who pays delegates, who buys votes on election day to come and preside over the affairs of this country. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button. Hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And don't forget to like this video and share it widely so that others will get to hear the message. God bless you and yours. God bless you and yours. Thanks. Till next time. Enjoy yourself and think about Nigeria, how to move it forward, because we cannot allow these buccaneers to take over this country in 2023.